All right, hey, so we were looking at this function f of x is 8 square root x. We're at the point 1, 8, and we want to find the equation of the tangent line. So what we need is we need to find the derivative of my function and then plug in 1 to figure out what the slope is. Now with these square roots, these derivatives can be a little bit difficult. It's actually easier to do these later on in the section, but for now, before we look at things like the power rule, we just kind of have to stick around with this crazy limit. This is the alternative definition for a limit. We have our normal one, which has the h's involved. This is the alternative one that also works. It's this alternative one that we want to use whenever we have square roots. So what we're going to do is we're going to plug in the limit as z goes to x of this f of x function here. So it's going to be f of z. And if I want to know the location of the derivative at 1, I would plug in 1 next. So we're going to do f of 1 all divided by z minus 1. And then my derivative is going to be as z approaches the value 1. Okay, so then it's the limit as z goes to 1. F of z is just the square root z, not much we can do there. F of 1 is the square root of 1, which is just 1 over z minus 1. And then here's the trick to these. So what we want to do is we want to think about this denominator as being a difference of squares. I know it's not exactly a perfect square, but we can still make it work. So my numerator is going to stay square root z minus 1, but my denominator is going to become square root z plus 1 times square root z minus 1. If you were to FOIL this out, it FOILs out to be z minus 1. So that's the trick to these. The square root z minus 1s cancel top and bottom. Still the limit as z goes to 1 of 1 over root z plus 1. But now if I substitute in z to be 1, I'm going to get 1 over 2. This is going to be my slope m. You know what? I forgot my 8. This whole way I forgot my 8. Sorry about that. This is just the square root of x. But that 8, remember, it's a constant, and one of the rules of the constants is I can just leave it out in front the whole way. So just imagine that there should have been an 8 in front of this limit the whole way. Then it's going to be 8 times 1/2. So really 4 is going to be my slope. All right, so sorry about that. I forgot my 8, but everything I said holds. You just do all the same stuff. Now that I have my slope of 4, remember that we're going to do y minus y1 is equal to m times x minus x1 for the tangent line. The point was 1, 8. So y minus 8 is equal to the slope 4 times x minus 1. Distribute the 4, move stuff around. We get y is 4x plus 4. Just to show you what this means, so this is my final answer here. This is the tangent line, y equals 4x plus 4. But just to show you in Desmos here, if we were to graph the two things, first the original function, 8 square root x, and then also that line we just got, 4x plus 4. Remember that my point was 1, 8. So if I go to the point 1, 8, which is here, the blue line and the red line do touch each other, and the blue line and the red line have the same slope at that location. So this blue line is the equation of the tangent line at the point 1, 8 for my square root graph.